Today I'd like to talk to you a little bit about suppressors, their design, performance, and availability. There are several different approaches to suppressing firearms noise. One approach is to have an integral suppressor like this one, where the suppressor is actually part of the firearm and built around it. In general terms, guns that are constructed like this are quieter from a noise suppression standpoint than guns that have an add-on suppressor like this one. Both of these are 22 caliber suppressors. In this particular case, the barrel in this gun is about 3 inches long, and the rest is suppressor. But you're also able to use, from a design standpoint, the space that's behind the end of the barrel as an expansion chamber, resulting in better performance than this particular design, which all of the suppressor is between here and here. This particular suppressor happens to be made by Yankee Hill Machine and is one of the ones we like to sell. As a 22 suppressor, it comes apart with a tool they provide, and that's important because it makes the suppressor user serviceable. So you can take this apart after you're done shooting and clean this out quickly with a brush, a little bit of solvent, reassemble, and you're ready for your next shooting session. 22s tend to be dirty. They have a lot of the rounds have grease on the bullets or wax in the bullets. The lead in the bullets tends to spray a little bit when it comes out of the end of the barrel. There's unburnt powder, and for all those reasons, having a user serviceable suppressor is important. So we like this particular design. As you saw when I took it apart, it's basically all one piece with the baffles machined into the block itself. So there's a stainless steel blast baffle. The rest of the construction's aluminum. And as the initial charge, the charge is fired, the bullet passes through the blast baffle. The blast baffle turns back some of the highly charged expanding gases that are behind the bullet, and the further baffles help to dissipate the blast and thereby reduce the sound. This particular design is not much louder than let's say a BB pistol when shooting it, and this design is a little bit less than a BB pistol. And of course, there are also suppressors available for larger caliber guns, such as this Beretta 92. And in this particular case, we are installing a Gemtech multi-mount 9mm suppressor. And we'll try that at the range later. You can see what it sounds like. It's not really silent. It's actually more like maybe someone dropping a bag of sugar on the floor or something like that. There's noise to it, but it's not gunshot sort of noise. And even larger, we have here a Yankee Hill Machine suppressor mounted on this M16 with a quick disconnect using a flash hider that stays on the gun. You simply drop this on, turn it a few turns, it's locked in place. We'll also try this at the range a little bit later on today. The basic premise of a suppressor is that you can reduce the firearm's noise and make shooting hearing safe. This is particularly useful when you're training someone or you're trying to be considerate to your neighbors and so forth when you're target shooting. I use a suppressor routinely when I target shoot at my house, and I'm sure my neighbors appreciate it. We'll see you at the range.